Hi everyone, I'm Keetra. We're going to go ahead and do a collective reading together today. So we're going to use some oracle cards and we're going to use tarot cards, and this is going to be shifting your perspective. So seeing things in a different way. It's kind of like the Hanged Man to the sun. So it's like if you can just look at things a different way, that you would have a different perspective and it would bring you joy and happiness. That's just what I was feeling. And my heart feels very, very emotional right now. So I want to go ahead and get the reading going so that hopefully I can help somebody out there that is kind of feeling this same way. So we're going to use the Queen of the Oracle just to go ahead and see if they can guide us on an area where you may need to shift your perspective. So where may they need to shift their perspective, seeing things in a different way? Change. You guys are funny. And I say you guys, I mean my guides. So definitely needing to change your perspective. And I understand that. So what do they need to focus the change on? The change feels like an opening, an opportunity. It feels like, so with this card, let me show you. You can see the person, that the image on the card is literally pushing something that's very big, very heavy, and just being able to push it away. And it's like all these like beautiful birds are just there to kind of lift that image up and release it from something that is very heavy for them. Self-reflection. So you also have self-reflection. Oh, okay. So shift their perception or perspective of their self-reflection. Got it. Okay. So now that we have that figured out, we're going to go ahead and see where you're at, where you're going, and how you're going to get there. I think, is that what we're going to do? Nope. We're just going to have a conversation with the tarot cards. Okay. Usually I do like a 3 kind of row spread, but I think we're just going to take 3 cards at a time and see what comes up. Okay. So you have the Queen of Cups, and you have the 9 of Swords, and you have the 10 of Cups. Okay. So what my guides are saying right now, and I did channel some things, and I'll share them with you as we go along. The strongest thing that I felt was be in the moment. And so you have the Queen of Cups. So the Queen of Cups wants you to just nurture yourself, be kind and loving, to be able to change your circumstances and the things that are happening around you. It really is that change and that self-reflection. It's like, how do you see yourself? What are the thoughts? What are the things that you're talking to yourself about or saying to yourself? So you're being asked to slow down and just kind of nurture yourself, nurture your thoughts, nurture your heart. Because currently I feel like this is your energy, that 9 of Swords. So the 9 of Swords is kind of like a repetitive nightmare, the same self-talk, the same behaviors, and nothing's changing, but like a little part of you really wants things to change, but they're not changing, even though sometimes your thoughts say, I'm going to do things differently. I'm not going to do X, Y, and Z, but then your actions don't change. And so this is keeping you in the energy of the 9 of Swords. The thing with the 9 of Swords is also, swords are about clarity, right? And so if you can gain some clarity on the things and the situations that you've been in and realize that these are all the things that you have gone through, and that you're still here, and that you're still having this willingness to try. And so with that change in the self-reflection card, this is really what the divine, what God, what source is asking you to focus on right now, is changing your self-reflection. And then what it's going to gift you is the 10 of Cups. So the 10 of Cups is what you want. The 10 of Cups is, it's that accumulation of happiness and joy and freedom. And that's what I feel like you're searching for right now. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to get 3 cards to see if my guides can help us figure out how to help you achieve that. So you have the Ace of Swords, clarity, King of Swords. Once you have that clarity, stick in it. And then you have the World card. So once you're able to take some time to self-reflect, on what it is that you're doing in your mind and in your actions, that's where you're going to find that clarity. King of Swords, he is clear. He's clear on what he wants to do and how he wants to do it. So I think once you're able to have that self-reflection and to change your perspective about how you look at all sorts of situations, one of the other things was that I wrote down was purpose and focus. So what is your purpose right now and what is your focus in your life? So these are things to stop, reflect, and ask yourself, what am I doing? How am I doing it? Where do I want to go? And how can I achieve that? You can achieve that by this energy right here, the King of Swords. That clarity beyond anything else, knowing for sure that this is the direction you want to go because it feels aligned with your soul. Being kind to yourself above all is also what I wrote down. So also when I was doing my channeling, I don't know the name of the song, but one of the main lines is from this moment. So I think so from this moment of self-reflection, change can happen for you. And then what it's going to gift you is it's going to gift you the completion of that cycle. If you're able to set those boundaries for yourself, it's going to give you the world. So the world is a completion of a cycle. So if you're able to step into that moment of, I do want to change, I want to change the perspective, I want to change the way I see myself, and you're able to nurture yourself, you're able to get out of your own head with that repetitive nightmare and see things in a different reflection, it's going to give you what you want, that 10 of Cups. But it's only once you achieve that clarity, and you'll be able to achieve that if you just change the perspective of self. And then we're going to do 3 cards of advice. I feel like this is kind of short, but I think that it's a short message that's to the point. You know, the point is self-reflection. 10 of Swords. So moving forward, this will stop that cycle. 10 of Swords is, it's done, dead, over with. The way that you were thinking about yourself can be dead, done, and over with. 3 of Swords, it's healing that heart of yours. It's not allowing those swords to stay in your heart, that feeling to stay there. If you look at it, it's got 2, usually it's 3 swords in the heart, right? But this is you ending that cycle and just realizing moving forward, your heart is your focus. The way that you feel, the way that you talk about yourself is your focus. And then your last card is the Knight of Swords. And this is you moving forward. You're moving forward with that. I'm clear on how I want to be moving forward. A knight is strong and determined. So taking that determination and that will that you have to change your circumstances, that's what's going to give you so much clarity, is staying in that energy, in that self-reflection energy. Every day you can sit and you can reflect on how it is that you want to be, and just know that any circumstances that are around you right now, as that 9 of Swords just kind of popped in my head, those are just thoughts. And you can step out and you can step into clarity. Why am I thinking these things? Why do I feel these things? So I think we're just going to go ahead and do an angel message for you. So, you know, change those thoughts, change that self-reflection, and what you see in that mirror, smile. Smile when you see your reflection. Your angel message is healing. Oh, thank you guys. My body is deserving of love, comfort, and rest. The angels are telling you that despite being mentally and physically drained, you have the strength to overcome this. Keep moving forward, and the universe will shower you with love and healing energy soon. So it's just a little bit of time of self-reflection. Do a little bit of work on yourself, and the change is going to be huge for you. I just definitely feel that. So as always, I thank you guys so much for watching and for subscribing. Until the next video, just shift that perception. Have a great rest of your day.